Just when you thought fire was done cooking, the flames are back and the Compendium of Rathe is hot as ever, offering a fantastic support option for Phi, Rising Rebellion. The question is simple. Is this the return of the OG Draconic Ninja? Or is this just smoke with no real fire? I'm Will.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ning.
But before we deep dive into this, guys, what did we learn since last week? Who wants to kick it off? Andrew, you wanted to go first?
Sure. I learned that Vincent got some good stuff in Compendium. I knew it was good during spoiler season, but actually getting to play with them now, is it deep or dark recesses of existence? I don't know. Everyone calls it DRE or Dre instead. But yeah, no, that card is insanely good.
She had
the new rare, right?
Yeah, it's a 4 for 6 rune gate that lets you banish a card from your graveyard. It basically just says draw a card if you've lost life this turn.
Yeah.
So if you play a Shadow non-attack to give that thing go again, it's just so crazy.
Interesting. What's it called?
It's either deep or dark recesses.
Deeper. That was it. I got you. I was trying to bring it up on the February, but I'm having a hard time with the camera right now. Let's see.
That's the card that has the same art as the Destructive Annihilation one.
Mm-hmm.
The Widespread Annihilation.
Yeah, they're very similar. Because the thing is that if you have a Coal in graveyard, you can banish Coal to it, and then it works literally the exact same as Annihilation.
That's fun.
Yeah, it can be Coal, it can be Deathly Whale, it can be anything, man.
I know. So does she still have the fatigue problem?
Not like she used to, actually. Playing it feels like the main issue now is that Ripple Away is a blue generic block free that completely ruins you.
That's always kind of been the case, but I know a lot of decks probably run that or at least have access to it now.
Yeah, no, it's really annoying because in testing I'll be wow, I can throw 40 damage in one turn.
Wow.
Twice per game. And then my opponent plays Ripple Away on that one turn and I go, oh, I need those Malefic Incantations to play an extra attack this turn.
Huh, that seems pretty good. I am curious to see the deck list now, because I dabbled in Vincent, and I always remember when you walked by, I looked at what I was doing and walked away with your nose in there, I let me go back and help him out a little bit. So, how about you, Andrew? Was there anything else you learned this week?
Oh, I also learned Life is a lot more fun than I thought in Silver Age.
In Silver Age?
Yeah, no, I played a few games with him today, and I'm wow, this deck doesn't suck.
I know they announced Chapter 3 in Life. Gravy Bones Blaze is in that Bolton, right? So, interesting. So, he's doing pretty good?
Oh, yeah, bro. It feels like Azalea, but you just do bigger numbers instead of dominate. But in Silver Age, you don't really care about the dominate because your opponent's already at a low life total.
Well, yeah.
Very interesting.
It's pretty cool. And then how about you? I know you've probably been in and out.
Yeah, I haven't played really at all. I peeked my head in at an armory last Sunday. I wasn't planning on playing, so I didn't bring any of my cards because I was just dropping off cards to trade or whatever. And then I was goaded into playing one round. So I was like, all right, somebody give me a deck. And then Clifton gave me his Prism deck. I have never touched a Prism deck in my life, and I was playing against Fang. And also I was like, all right, there is some weird math that I'm just not getting right now, and I need to leave in 30 minutes. So we're just going to throw cards and hope for the best. So I've learned Prism is not a deck you can just throw cards at and things will work.
I mean, isn't it 2 Heralds and an Angel? Or
Yeah, but also just it was the turns were never that easy. Where I could just play two Heralds and call it a day for whatever reason. Things just didn't line up like that. And also I didn't know anything about the sideboard or whatever, so I was just like, all right, this is my hand. Let's just go.
Oh, were you playing the 4-cost auras against him?
Oh God, what? There were.
Is that maybe?
Yeah. There were some 4-cost.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You're supposed to just play Rapture, so you can just throw all the stupid heralds. Did you at least have the red heralds in?
Yeah, there were.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was just oh, this feels bad. Oh, that feels bad.
Yeah, you must have borrowed Clifton's deck.
Yeah, because I also just had no idea what was in his deck, and then because it's Fang and because it's Prism, both of their math is a little different than typical people. Like they're easy to navigate if you know what they're doing, but overall, I just thought about it and I was like, oh, that's right. That's how this works. And then just eked out damage here and there, or I just blocked incorrectly, and so this and that. But it was fun. So yeah, Prism, not a deck you should just pick up when you don't know what you're doing. Yep.
I mean, yeah.
So that's Prism. You know,
Prism definitely rewards the players that actually know the nuances of it. Yeah. Well, it's like I played Prism a little bit, and then I played the guy from New York. I can't remember his name, Ruben, and he showed me a few tricks. Yeah, he showed me a few tricks. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then I played against Andrew Cook, and he showed me a few tricks. I was like, Jesus, I'm playing Prism at like the basic kindergarten level, and they're playing like high school, college level stuff. It's like, so I'm just throwing angels and heralds, and, hoping for the best and getting card advantage, like big numbers. But yeah, then they're showing some degenerate stuff. Speaking of degenerate stuff, I was playing Reinar, and he was not in fact degenerate. I went 1-2 in our local armory, and
well, it was Silver Age or CC?
No, this is CC.
Okay.
I was debating whether to bring him for the ProQuest coming up and probably Memphis. Yeah, if he's ready. And I think I figured out a new tech with him. It's a little bit better, I'm hoping, but I got to play it some more. So
this is secret tech?
No, it's
what is it then?
It's there's a little bit of Visit the Boneyard, and there's a whole bunch of yellows. Right, so there's a little bit of that, and then I was trying to play without the claw, right? But I'll tell you now, playing Reinar without the claw, or the mandible claw, is really difficult in some ways because the games that I lost, they were down to 2 life, they were down to 3 life, right? And this was, if I popped off my claw at least once, it would have been dead, right? And so that's what you're listening. You're missing like 6 points of value at the end of the game. Right,
like,
so
what weapon were you playing then?
Man, I don't remember my opponent.
He tried everything. He tried the Savage, the new pen claws. He tried double mini meat axes. That was hilarious.
We got ball breakers.
I did try ball breakers. Then I settled on actually 1 Savage Claw and 1 shield. That 1 point of value actually worked really well.
That oval.
You know what's better than 1 point of value?
What's that?
6 points of value at the end of the game that you were talking
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. Like, that mandible claw, and then I tried meat axe, of course, the 2-handed meat axe. Robin Club's still probably his best weapon. I mean, it's just tied to him for a reason, but I know, and then I was also playing a little bit with Tough Knight. He's not ready yet, but, Jorge's working on his Tough Knight. He's coming up pretty strong. So he actually put the request in. He's playing Tough Nut, so I should play Reinar. I was like, okay, fair enough. We don't want to nut off. You know what I mean? That's just not right. So.
Have you played a Tough Nut Mirror before?
I have not. I'm sure it's.
It's like awful. That's like there are moments where like one player blocks with a dig in and makes free toughness, and you're like, if they attack me and I get hit with like a disarm here or something, I just lose the turn cycle. I can't attack them.
Yeah,
funny.
It's an interesting character. It's like Lyeth, right? Like there's a lot of interesting play with these heroes, but man, it's like figuring out that combination of cards to make them work, especially like when you get all this other pressure coming up. It's like it's big brain stuff, right? So you need a little bit more time with it, I guess. But like going on to the main topic now, was there anything else you guys learned since last week?
No, I'm just bad at Fab. That's it.
Well, you're just bad at Prism and Fab, but I think Andrew doesn't mind that you're bad at Prism.
If I play Vincent, I'll happily take as many good Prisms as possible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, there's something that was really funny that happened is like the first game I played with Vincent since I got back to rebuild the deck and all that was just to get a Prism player playing for the first time. That was bullying.
Isn't it like 70% favored for Vincent?
Yeah, it is so bad for Prism. It's like one of her worst matchups.
Yeah, Brutes being the other one.
Just start putting slays in there just for
fun. You don't even need to. You just play 1 shadow non-attack, then you play an attack, and you eat the angel anyway.
Well, I just know that. Oh yeah, well that too. But I just when I first got into Fab, I bought a box of Bright Lights, and that was the first Majestic I ever opened. And I was like, "All right, this is so cool!" I just opened a Majestic, and then I looked at it. I was like, "I don't think this will ever matter.
So, all right. So we're here to talk about Fi. Now, I heard Fi is the new hot shit, right? But I gotta ask you, I don't know much about Fi. Andrew, Ning, you guys are the Draconic Ninja players. I'm more like, my boy Fang. What's Fi's playstyle? Like, is he like Syndra where he just goes swing, swing, swing? Or, like, what's he actually supposed to be doing here?
So I'd say he's like aggro combo as like his primary like game plans. Like you're mainly an aggro deck, but is attack capable of setting up like 30 plus damage turns.
Yeah, now I remember playing against a Fi, and one turn they'd pop off and do like the whole Salt the Wound and all that crap combo, and it'll do like 25 plus points of damage. But after that,
Those are rookie numbers.
What's that?
Those are rookie numbers. Get good. Like
But-
4-card hand.
Well, probably a 5 card, but I don't know. Like the thing is like if you whittled that first burst of damage, then he kind of just petered out, right? So at least that's the way I figured it. So why wasn't he on top of the meta before Penn? Like what held him back? Was it just because Syndra was so good, or like what's his shtick?
So there's a few things that happened. Probably one of the biggest ones is Brand of Cinderclaw like got banned like 2 months ago, and so all the 5 players had to find something to replace it with. So that gets in the way of figuring out how to make it really good. Yeah, because Brand of Cinderclaw here it comes in all colors. It's a 0 cost 2 block. Red is free. Yellow 2, blue 1. Draconic Ninja attack. Just when this attacks, next attack this combat chain is Draconic, and it has go again. Yeah, this got hit because it made Syndra so good.
But Fi wasn't around even when this card was there, right? Syndra kind of made it popular, and so I guess I don't know how Fi got up to 892 points and how he won Worlds.
So like one thing that is like interesting is even though he wasn't really putting up like a lot of results, the results we did see were like actually like fairly promising. I believe Ellie Bird went 8-1 with Fi at Worlds.
Oh.
Yeah, and so like the deck clearly didn't suck as much as people thought it was. I think it was just like a lot of people were like, I think I'll play Syndra instead.
And so like I know people were excited about him. He got some new tools. Ning, what was your experience with Fi before Penn dropped?
I mean, it wasn't that much experience. I think the big thing is just with Syndra, it was a lot easier to play because it's just throw everything and then throw your daggers and call them back, call it a day. Fi, I think with Syndra, if you had a hand that had no starters whatsoever, you could still get started because you could just pitch a card into a dagger, and then that was your chain starter. But with Fi, if you don't have a starter, then you're kind of out of luck because his weapon also required you to have a starter. And so with the ban of this card, right, this has your next attack become Draconic, but also more importantly, it was a very important starter for the Fi deck as well.
I figured before we even jump more into this, let me read Fi's hero ability real quick, right? Just because, I figured that might be important. Like, as I'm realizing...
He's just a Draconic Ninja hero. It's fine.
Right, but I'm pretty sure... I remember there's something about Phoenix Flame, so let me bring this up. You may start the game with a Phoenix Flame in your graveyard. Once per turn instant, 3 resources. Return a Phoenix Flame from your graveyard to your hand. This ability costs 1 less resource for each Draconic chain link you control. A 4 intellect, 40 health hero, and I'm pretty sure a Phoenix Flame is supposed to be your Draconic starter at worst case scenario, but it's not.
At a very worst case scenario.
Because you have to pay free for it, which isn't the worst if you draw multiple blues, but if you only have only 1 blue, it's... And
then I guess the Phoenix Flame itself is a 0 cost, 0 power. If you control 2 or more Draconic chain links, this gets +1 go again. So, alright.
And it is Draconic itself, so it does... You only need 1 other Draconic chain link for it. But I mean, if you want to like talk about the deck here, I think a few other things worth really mentioning with Fi is his equipment. His equipment's kind of important.
Let me go ahead and bring up the screen share, and then we'll go for this.
Yeah.
As I figure this out, because usually I have this all set up, I guess we'll go for the main one first, and then, this is going to make it for a great show because, boom, black screen, because I didn't do this one right. Yeah, that's right, guys. You're going to see the magic. You're going to see the magic happen right here. All right, let me go window capture. We'll go, and then here we go. Yay!
Amazing.
A big way to start is to talk about Searing Emberblade, because this is the Fi weapon. Fi did end up winning worlds with Kodachi once. That's why we always talk about Kodachi Fi, because it's technically the most successful variant of Fi of all time. With Brand of Cinderclaw gone, that deck is literally unplayable.
Okay.
Because that entire deck's purpose was you go Brand of Cinderclaw, Kodachi.
I got you.
Yeah, but yeah, it's the Searing Emberblade here. So it's a 2-cost once per turn action attack. Comes in for free, and if you have 2 or more Draconic Chain Links, this card's attacked go again.
Okay.
And it itself is a Draconic Ninja 2-handed weapon. So generally, like a lot of Fi turns are, you play some Draconic attack with go again. You swing your Searing Emberblade. You pitch a blue to do this, so you have 1 floating to activate Fi and play your Phoenix Flame, or you play another Draconic attack to then make the Fi activation free, and then you go from there.
Gotcha. Okay. And then I see an Old Knocker. Why Old Knocker?
Because I accidentally put Old Knocker in main over Tunic.
I got you.
Okay,
I see down in the sideboard. Yeah, I got you. The Tunic's here. Right? It's
a
yeah.
Yeah, Tunic is like the
yeah,
primary
right
chess piece.
I got you.
Yeah, so like, yeah, this deck is just like, when you get 1 extra resource sometimes, it makes all the difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, like other equipment to talk about here, we got Tiger Stripe Shuko. He has his 2-block blade break, second attack, action card of power 2 or less. Well, base power 2 or less. Each turn gets +1, and damage that would be dealt by this can't be prevented, which, you know, can actually come up sometimes. Not too much in this current meta, though. But yeah, this is just a 2-block piece of blade break equipment. And because you're playing the Phoenix Flame every turn, you already get half of this card's like text, the criteria, whatever, met.
Yeah.
Every turn usually. And so if you have another 2 power attack to play in a turn, this is just 1 value every single turn.
Right.
It's so insane.
I think a lot of the new cards, 2 of the new cards, right? The Inflame, that one right there that you have.
Yeah, I'm playing Firebrand.
Yeah, that one and the last
too.
card on the right. Without reading all this, they both are two base powers. And so that's helpful for Tiger Shuko. And then you also have a couple of Chain Enders as well that have 2. So once you like play a Phoenix Flame, then you either play these or you play the Chain Ender like Lava Burst, then that also gets triggered as well.
Yeah.
Or Salta Wound, things like that.
Now this Phoenix Flame that's in your library or your deck, does this actually is something you want to draw, or is this going to be fed into the graveyard?
Oh no, it starts in the graveyard at the start of game.
Okay, so you don't actually have a second Phoenix Flame in your deck.
No, I do. It's in the inventory.
Gotcha.
You don't play 2 flames into everybody. There are matchups where it's not super great, but
I got you.
We'll get to that when we talk about matchups, because next we get to talk about a Dragon Scalar Flight Path.
Yes.
So this is 1 block Battle Worn Legs. You can instant pay free to destroy this to give target Draconic attack go again, and if it's a weapon, you can attack an additional time. But this ability costs 1 less for each Draconic Chain Link you control. So this is basically Snapdragon Scalars that blocks 1, or it lets you swing your weapon twice if you ever draw extra blues. So like a lot of your powerful combo turns will usually result with you having 2 finishers that you play off the back of this. Now let's talk about the actual important piece of equipment, Mask of the Pouncing Link. So this card has a lot of distracting things like a block value to make you think that you're ever going to block. This is when an attack action card you control hits, you may destroy it and then search for an attack action card with 2 or less power, banish it, then shuffle. You may play it this turn.
That pairs really well with the new cards too, right?
Yeah, it's good with those, but the main thing you usually get with this is Salt the Wound or Lava Burst. The Lava Burst is a 0-cost free block, red card with, if this was played as Chain Link 4 or higher, it gains plus free. So in order to get to your Phoenix Flame, you already usually have to reach 4 or 5 Chain Links. And so this is very easy to get off. It has 2 power, so it turns on Shuko. So if you like just go like 0 for free, go again, Swing Sword, Phoenix Flame, Lava Burst, you went free, 3, 1, 6.
Yeah.
That's 13 damage off of 3 cards.
And then Salt the Moon. This nice little yellow pitch, 0 cost, 2 power, 3 block. This gets +1 power for each attack that has hit this combat chain. So this thing could be a hefty boy.
Yeah, no, like if your opponent like lets you go for each chain links without blocking on a turn where you still have like 2 or 3 more attacks coming.
Yeah.
You just grab this and they either start blocking or they start dying really quick.
Well, It's like when I say no block, I put my hand down. I'm like, go ahead, because of course I'm advertising Blood Rush Bellow. It's like you kill me, and then they bring out Salt Wound. I was like, oh, I'm dying. I gotta use my cards now. I gotta block this.
Yeah,
Right?
this is such a good punishment for.
Yeah. So there, in some older decks or maybe just other decks, sometimes they include tenacity as well, like one copy of
Yeah,
that.
we got that on the maybe board currently here. We go down more. Will.
The maybe board, yeah.
Yeah, it's a yellow.
So that's like your hedge, right? So if they allow you to hit a lot or allow you to get a lot of hits in, then you play Salt the Wound off of Mask of Bouncing Links. But if they decide to block a lot, then you look for this card instead, which is effectively the same. It's just it gets a +1 for each defending card on the card.
Yeah, that includes equipment as well.
Wow.
Yeah, I decided not to play it in this particular list because I was guessing that it wouldn't be really necessary in this meta. But yeah, it could easily come back in. Yeah, let's actually talk about like the cool combo that this deck usually does.
Okay.
So let's talk about Spreading Flames here. It's in the second row all the way to the right. So this card is just 1 for free, 2 block, Draconic Attack in red that says Draconic Attacks you control have +1 while their base power is less than the number of Draconic Chainlinks you control. And then it has Go again. And so the biggest like turns in this deck are usually going to involve this card and 4 other cards. The 4 other cards are kind of irrelevant as long as you play this. This can easily be like a 1 for 7, 1 for 8, and so like your primary like combo game plan is playing a Spreading Flames and then just going off, Breaking Mask, playing like a Lava Burst or Salt the Wound. Notably, this doesn't buff up Salt the Wound on its own unless you find a way to make it Draconic with a fealty.
Would you ever play Spreading Flames and then I guess if your hand allows it, then you break the mask to pull, what was it, Inflame? The new one at the top right? Yeah, just so you can kind of extend things, but also more importantly, because it would be easier to give more cards the buff.
Yeah, no, this is another thing that can happen a good bit is pretty much everything that has 2 power in this deck is something that you can make an argument for grabbing with Mask at some point. So with this one, sometimes what happens is you look at the combo hand, it's blue card, Spreading Flames, like some 0 cost attack, and then like 2 Lava Bursts. Mm-hmm. Obviously with that hand, you're like, oh, I can't grab Lava Burst with my hat. And those, yeah, you get Inflame the Firebrand instead.
I see.
And then our other cool combo piece we currently have in sideboard here, we go down, is straight off Compendium, Art of the Phoenix War. This one's a red 1 cost instant. As initial cost to play this, you discard a Phoenix Flame. It gives Draconic Attack action cards you control +1 this turn, and it just draws 2 cards. Which, yeah, they don't print that on cards anymore.
Why is this sideboard? Why is it not main board?
Because in some matchups you have to block, and a card that doesn't block in those matchups is pretty bad. And so like something you'll note about this list is the cards that are inside either are very good at attacking or are very good at blocking.
Yeah,
so
like this card, good at blocking.
You'll note that we have like a lot of Phoenix Flame support with this. So we have Rise from the Ashes, play on the right. It's a 0 cost. Your next Draconic Ninja attack card you play this turn gets +3, and you can return a Phoenix Flame from your graveyard to your hand. So a lot of like go turns are literally just go Rise from the Ashes, Tunic or Old Knocker, Art, and then just play Vomit your hand, basically. We also have Flame Call Awakening in this deck.
The middle one.
Yeah. Oh, it is a 1 for free that blocks 2, Draconic Attack. And when it attacks, if you played another red card this turn, you can search your deck for a Phoenix Flame, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle. So this is a way to get a Phoenix Flame into your hand pretty easily, especially if it's like your second attack. You just go like, play my like starter that's red, Flame Call Awakening, grab a Phoenix Flame, Art of the Phoenix War, discard the Phoenix Flame, and like you still have the Phi activation, so you can play your Phoenix Flame that turn. Another big thing too is a lot of decks have ways to get rid of your Phoenix Flame. We were talking earlier about like Vincent, for example, with Deep Recesses of Existence. That card's great at getting rid of Phoenix Flames, and if you lose your Phoenix Flame in this deck, you cry because it sucks. Like Sunken Treasure is another very real, commonly played card that can get in the way. Everbloom out of Earth decks can put it on the bottom of your deck and gain your opponent 1 life in the process.
Gravekeeping?
Oh yeah, Gravekeeping is a generic way to do it, but right now Gravekeeping is falling out of favor in this meta, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. And then I'm assuming the look tough on the sideboard was just for your prison matchups, right?
Yeah, this is just a prism. We got sideboard tabs here so you can explain things. Yeah, let's actually talk about like some sideboarding stuff here.
Before we do that, you want to explain Rowdy Locals for me?
Oh, okay. No, this is just a blue 3 block, and it's also a finisher.
Okay, so you would play this if it comes up. You're not forcing the play line off this. For those listeners, it's a blue pitch, 0 cost, 2 power, 3 block. If this is defined by an action card, this gets +2 power. When this hits a hero, discard a card. If you do, they discard a card. I'm assuming you could discard your Phoenix Flame.
Yeah, you can discard a Phoenix Flame. It's also just like against decks that like to block, this can be a major issue for them because it can very easily become a 0 for 4 in blue. You know, this card is really cool.
No. Hello. And then now you said you want to talk about the sideboard specifically?
Yeah, not the sideboard too much, but there's basically like 2 major modes of this deck. So we go up to the tabs here.
Okay.
All the way at the top.
Let's see. Yep.
And
then which one should I click
on? Or
on?
the beatdown we'll talk about first.
You are not the beatdown.
No. Oh,
you are the beatdown. I got you.
You are the beatdown.
Yeah, because so in Flesh and Blood, when it comes to like sideboarding, there's Earl games, or card games in general, is generally there are 2 roles in your games. There is the aggressor and the defender.
Yeah.
And so, like, one of the most important things to do in a matchup is identify what role you are going to have and when it's time to actually switch roles and when to switch back over the course of a game. So, like, for example, even though this deck is really fast, there are other heroes that are, like, faster, or there are heroes that are, like, disruptive and are going to, like, deny you the ability to be like the aggro king you want to be. But we're not talking about those right now. We're talking about the decks that just want to block and let you play with yourself all day long. So in those matchups, we get to bring in like the Phoenix Flame package in its entirety. So we get the Phoenix Flames, the Art of Phoenix War, the Gull Awakening, and the Rise from the Ashes. And this is just like high damage. This is easily capable of throwing like 30 plus damage on like turn 2 or 3 with very minimal like setup. Actually, hold on, yeah, one card I probably should have talked about here is Fire That Burns Within. I forgot. That's a new card. Should talk about that. Yeah, so this is 1 for 2 go again Draconic attack. When it attacks, you can discard a Phoenix Flame to draw a card and give it +2. So this is like another one of your rewards / payoffs for playing Rise from the Ashes or Flame Call Awakening, because this just ends up being a 1 for 4 go again. It says draw a card, which is really crazy. And you can also grab it off of Mask. It's a starter if you need it to be too. Like if you draw 2 blues, you activate Fine your opponent's turn. And then your turn kicks around.
This is a newer card, right?
Yeah, this came out in Compendium.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're talking about new cards too. We have Inflame the Firebrand. I think was the last new card.
Top right.
Yeah, top right. Yeah, this is a 0 for 2 3 block in red. When it attacks, you control 2 or more Draconic chain links. It gets go again. 3 or more, your attacks are Draconic, this combat chain, and 4 or more, this gets +2. So if you're able to go wide, this is very easily a 0 for 4 go again. Could be even a 5 with Shuko, quite trivially.
Makes everything Draconic.
Yeah, also blocks free. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
This card's insane.
And it's a rare.
Yeah, it's Silver Age legal.
Man.
Yeah, what else have we not talked about? Oh yeah, Sexual Empowerment is kind of a weird card to talk about too.
Top left.
Yeah, this card just gives target ninja attack action card +1, and then you draw a card. And the entire point of this is just to increase the velocity of cards, basically. It just lets you zoom straight through your deck. You're already playing basically a 59 card deck because you start with the Phoenix Flame and Graveyard, which like is something that's cool about Fi is that like he's technically slightly more consistent than all the other heroes because he only has a 59 card deck. Ooh, me going hard with the.
Hey, he's type way. He's taking notes. Brother's ready. He wants to play some Fi.
And then like. What else we got here? And we got Ignite too, which is just a fun card to talk about.
I'm just always interested to see how expensive these Majestics are in the current market.
Yeah, Ignite is 0 for 2 with when this attacks, next Draconic card you play or activate this combat chain costs 1 less the player activate and has go again. Notably, this works on your weapon and your hero.
Okay.
So you can make your Searing Emberblade cost 1, so you can go like Ignite, Searing Emberblade, pitching a blue, have 2 floating, break your boots on the Searing Ember Blade if you play no Draconic attack that turn, to then swing the Searing Ember Blade again. So, that can be like a 2-card 8 on its own with Go Again fairly easily, as long as you have something else to support it. And then you're up to 3 Draconic Chain Links. Suddenly you're swinging your Phoenix Flame as well, and that Phoenix Flame is coming in for 2 because of Shuko. And it's just like amazing what happens when this deck is allowed to actually have full hands.
Wow. And so this is the one where you are the beatdown, right? And this is the aggro package.
Yeah, you're just trying to kill your opponent. Blocking is their job, not yours.
So this one, I guess you don't want to play this against anyone except for aggro decks or like ops to aggro decks that are disruptive, like maybe Marionette.
The big ones for it are like obviously Fatigue, like your Pleiades, your Huntsmans, like Fang's another one where you like they'll have a better late game than you, or like Verdants as well. Those are both decks that get stronger over the course of the game, and so you want to make the game short so you don't have to worry about that.
Gotcha.
Why are we playing Compounding Anger? Is it just hoping that's a 0 for 5?
Yeah, it's just another 0 for 5. Basically, the way the deck worked is it needed more finishers, and it may even need slightly more. But I don't like it when I'm trying to kill my opponent and I draw like 3 finishers. Because when you like play Art of the Phoenix War, you don't know what your hand's gonna look like until after you've already committed.
Yeah.
And so like one of the scariest things that happens is you just draw a hand and you're like, oh, oops, all finishers.
Yeah. So I see that's where your 1 counts come in. These are the cards you do not want to draw more than one of them. And
so yeah, what's interesting is the Hot on Their Heels and the Blood Drop are basically kind of the same slot. There's like 3 of both, like 3 cards total. So for a while, I was playing 3 Blood Drop and 0 Hot on Their Heels, and I was like, I could use 1 less starter. I could be a little bit more greedy, and it may even be that like it's actually just 1 Blood Drop, 2 Hot on Their Heels, because Blood Drop you also want 2 Go Again that blocks free, and Draconic, and Hot on Their Heels is a 0 for free that blocks free that gets Go Again if you have another Draconic Chain Link, and so these 2 cards together, like, do very similar roles of being a 0 cost Go Again after you've already found a starter. But Blood Drop, has the utility of being an emergency starter, while Hot on Their Heels is always an extender.
Yeah.
I guess is the reason you don't play the Hunter or the Hunted, whatever.
Hunter or Hunted? Or about
not hunting
your opponent in this deck.
No. I guess it's more so because that's a 0-2 Go Again, right? But I guess it only blocks for 2.
Oh, Hunt the Ends of Wraith? Oh, yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that is like actually like a card that's completely legitimate to play, especially against specifically Arachnes. Like every Arachne does not want you to have an unconditional 0 for 4 Go Again against them.
Yeah.
Okay. So it seems pretty good. Should we go to You're Not the Beatdown?
Yeah. I also have like notes too explaining like which matchup
in the matchups
are included in it better.
Right? Yeah.
Damn, dude. No, like people, you gotta pay for this. We're metafying this stuff.
You write it. I'll give you the list. Sure.
Okay, I'll do that. I used to write papers for college. Sorry.
You actually do spell check on them?
No. It was research guides for nutrition and health students, nursing students. So, anyways, it's a whole thing. Yeah. Please continue. You are not the beatdown.
Yeah, so in these matchups, your opponent's playing these mean little things called Disruption. Yeah, so like the main one that comes to mind are the Assassins, because they are...
Asses? I got you.
Yeah, they're double asses. They put ass in the name twice. That's how much of an ass they are. And so in those matchups, you have to block, because if you say no blocks, you will almost always lose. And then another thing, too, about them is, like the more aggressive Guardians like Vol or Dawnblade Rimpi is another one. I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out that you want to do this against KO or the other ninjas as well, but I haven't tested those matchups too much, because I know it looks like I was really prepared, but there was about 2 hours worth of actually making matchup tabs, and then like I actually only spent like probably 5 hours actually testing this deck over the course of like a month.
Okay.
It's not that much testing time over the course of a month.
That's more testing time than Ning gets with his main deck.
That's not even testing. That's just playing.
I get it. All right. So I see that you do get the defensive package in here. Shelters.
You bring in the St. Belows and the shelters.
And why not the other Draconic D-React, loyalty from Beyond the Grave? Is that
Yeah, Loyalty Beyond the Grave. I just didn't feel like playing it with the way this meta currently is. I think
okay?
it's very good. It's also a very good budget replacement for Shelter from the Storm.
Okay.
You know, Shelter is playset of those is like what, still over 200.
Wow. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or meanwhile, Loyalty Beyond the Grave, I think a playset's like what, $15.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
There you go.
Yeah, but yeah, like Loyalty Beyond the Grave is really nice, letting you be able to like block and then draw a card and still throw some attack back. So one of the big things about Fi is you generally want to just activate him every single turn and throw that Phoenix Flame. If you get away with doing that, you usually win.
So it sounds like really with Compendium when it came out, the new cards that Fi got were those kind of chain extenders, chain stars to make him more consistent, right? Because he lost Brand with Cinder Claws, so now you got, Inflame the Firebrand, Fire that Burns Within.
Now the big thing is like it makes you more explosive when you need to be.
Okay.
But like you'll note that like there's a very real amount of matchups where you don't get away with doing this still.
Yeah.
And you're forced to like block a lot. And then you also know we got another You Are Not the Beatdown tab where
It's
you have to play
Warmongers.
Warmonger's Diplomacy because some of the worst matchups for this hero are Dio,
Dash,
because
yep.
Dio is just faster than you. Like
Yeah.
Dio will just throw 30 damage on turn 2 if you let her, and Warmonger's Diplomacy can do a good job stopping that. And then Marlin's a deck where sometimes you play Warmonger's Diplomacy and they legitimately just lose the game on this spot. Like you'll be like, how the hell do I actually win this? And then you play Warmongers and they go, oh, pass back to you. With
would
like
you-
3 cards at the end.
Would you play the You're Not to Beat Down Warmongers edition against like Vincent? Because the Warmongers being the rune played, or would you just go beat her down? All right,
So did I make a Vincent tab?
let's find out. Boop.
Only Prism.
That's dedicated, right?
Yeah, we're just worried about
I
Prism.
mean, well, it's because Look Tough's only played against Prism. That's why she's You can play Warmongers against Vincent. I don't hate it. So yeah, that's probably what you do in that matchup. And you play Tide Flippers as well.
Okay.
Yes, Tide Flippers is in sideboard for only Vincent, realistically. You can play it against the Wizards, and like I wouldn't be surprised if like ways that the deck is made ends up making it better. But I specifically just put Tide Flippers in because I thought Vincent was pretty good while I was building this deck.
Yeah.
And I wanted to not just auto lose.
Well, yeah, you really want to expect at least a little bit of AB in case you fight the Vincent, but it might be helpful against other things too. So,
All right.
or maybe just Vincent, right?
Yeah, but you also know too the difference between You Are Not the Beatdown and the Warmongers variant of it is you cut Rise from the Ashes, because if you play Warmonger's Diplomacy, Rise from the Ashes gets bad really quick because it's a non-attack.
Rise from the Ashes, Draconic Ninja action. Yeah, non-attack.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah. And then it also means you're like technically less consistent as well because you're down a starter and Rise from the Ashes.
Okay, it seems pretty straightforward as far as a ninja goes. I think this is a pretty decent deck. So let me ask you, Andrew, Ning, do you think he's a new meta threat? I know when we were first talking about the Art of the Phoenix War, like this is the books. Right? They banned the books 2 years ago, and here it is, come back out. So like that, it seems pretty strong. Like, and he's got a lot of other like really strong cards that really helped him with that explosive consistency. So is he the new meta? Like Flame, Fire?
Pretty cool is, as we're recording this, day 1 of Calling Montreal just finished. And you know how many Fives made top 16 going into day 2?
15. No, I'm just joking. 1?
Yeah, there was one Fi that was 6-1 or better going into day 2.
Okay.
How many started in the day? Do we know?
I can find out.
I assume it's more than
1.
The answer,
one.
13. So out of 13, only
288. So that's less than 5%.
It's about 5% of the room.
Yeah.
We also had 11 Syndras as well, and Syndra also, I think, went 6-1. So it's one of those awkward things where like Fi and Syndra aren't the same deck, but they also are.
Yeah. So let's talk about. I know we're going to cover you got a budget version for those people that are trying to get into it, but so what's Fi's worst matchups? Why didn't he have a better showing in Montreal? Because it seems like he's like old Syndra in a lot of ways, but he's not if he's not putting up like because old Syndra. There was one. She was like really 1/3 of the meta with Gravy Bones and Verdance. So, why is Phi not 1/3 of the meta now?
That's a good question. I think like the biggest one is Cilio is faster than him usually.
Yeah, and Cilio is still kind of king right now.
Yeah. Yeah, like KO is kind of annoying because Scaling Fleshbag really gets in the way of those Spreading Flames turns. And so it's really hard to like throw out your hand when your opponent tells you nah. And then of course like Marlon, Mario are really good at disrupting you. And so like we're actually like a fairly hostile meta for Vi right now, which is really funny because Part of the Phoenix War is a really messed up card.
Yeah.
How does the deck not like just obliterate people?
Auto win.
Yeah. So I guess then the best matchups would be the slower meta. Any kind of mid range that lets you set up, like maybe like any of the Guardians, like set up even the Fatiguities
like
that's
a big
out there.
one is like Fang, for example.
Yeah.
Has like almost no disruption that they can throw at you.
Yeah.
And you can just take your time setting up your hands to kill them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. And then I know you talked about this a little bit earlier. Testing a player experience. Anything that when you were testing this that surprised you?
I will say the deck was like not as insane as I thought it would be for a spoiler season. Where I'm like, oh my god, fire that burns within and new Art of War. This is insane.
Yeah. And it wasn't. You didn't feel like it was as insane as you thought when you were playing it because.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, like it's really cool when it works, and it does it consistently until your opponent plays disruption. And man, there's a lot more disruption than you think there is in this meta.
Yeah. I see. So, like I know even Brood's got the strongest survives, right?
Yeah, Brood's has strongest survive. They have send packing.
They
have like smashing ground.
Yeah. So they got a lot of like targeted, like just arsenal disruption and basic can disruption now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess that goes into the next question. Any cards that felt better or worse than expected? And you kind of said like the Art of War tomes. It wasn't as good as you said, or as good as you thought it would be.
It is insane. And like one of the highest raw value like power level cards to come out in a Compendium.
Yeah, the Art of the Phoenix War.
Alcest did a much better job balancing CC than I expected them to, honestly.
Oh, fair.
Until a week from now when we discover that the real busted deck is like Tough Nut and we get fucked or something.
Thank you for having faith in Tough.
I don't have faith in Tough.
I know you don't. All right.
Talk about cards that are interesting.
Yeah.
You'll note I have a maybe board that's very big on this.
Oh yeah.
Just go over because this is every card that at one point or another I tested and then didn't actually end up playing. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, Oath is just clunky sometimes.
Yeah, the problem with Oath of Loyalty is you play it and then you play your Art of War and then you draw Oath of Loyalty and you go this. Yeah. And it also gets in the way of you playing Rise from the Ashes. Like if you go Oath of Loyalty, you have to then close chain to Rise. And at that point, you're already like halfway through your turn. And so like Spreading Flames gets a lot more awkward.
About Mounting Angers. Doing like
Angers is kind of sad because this was a card that, traditionally was like one of the cool things that Phi did. Yeah, it's a 1-for-4. It says when this hits, you may banish an attack action card from your hand with cost less than the number of Draconic chain links you control. If you do, this gets +1 and you may play it this turn. So like you would literally start your turn off with Mounting Anger. It would hit, you'd banish a 0 cost from your hand. You'd swing your sword for free. You play your 0 cost as like a 0-for-4 of Go Again. And then you play your Phoenix Flame, then you play your finisher. And that was like the iconic 4-card hand out of Fang. Nothing 5. But I found that it costing 1 is annoying.
Interesting. I guess just better cards came out, right? So
yeah, Inflame is like another interesting card because it's a mask target. So when you attack with it, if you've played another red card this turn, you can return a Phoenix Flame from your graveyard to hand, and it has Go Again, it comes in for 1. And so like the idea with this card would be that you could go like play an attack, hit with mask, Inflame, play the Inflame, get another Phoenix Flame, do some stuff from there. But it turns out I didn't really like it as much as I thought it would.
Yeah. And I know you were thinking about this. This is from Compendium as well. It was just an extra way to get a Phoenix Flame and a Ponder token, right? So you decided against this? It wasn't
basically like what I found with it is that it was kind of clunky a lot of the time.
You'd rather just be killing shit?
Yeah, like the main thing is like a Ponder is like good and all, but at the same time, that Ponder sometimes is a blue Lava Vein loyalty, and you go, wow, that could have been better.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. All right. So it seems like a pretty decent deck. You're going against a tough meta, it sounds like. Disruption is your weakness. But you have a lot of powerful cards here. So you can still contend, as we see in the Montreal results where one made top 16.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, me and one for all we know. We still have a day left.
oh, that's true.
Yeah. Shout out to my man Naive.
Yeah, so, all right. Now, I had a silly question here, and then we'll cover the budget Phi deck and your thoughts on Sage, right? I'm just going to ask this because I'm truly curious. Ning, Andrew, do you think LSS created the book, all right, the Art of the Phoenix War,
Yeah. Part of
knowing that Phi is at 821 points, and we're just going to get him a power card to just get him out of here? Do you think we'll see targeted power cards in the future, like maybe a specialization for like Bravo, Showstopper specifically, or like all those, like maybe a hero that just needs some help? They're just targeting it to get him out of here, right? Do you think that's the new thing that they're going to do?
I don't think that like they're targeting to like get him out of there. I just think that like they're trying to like update him for, you know, the modern meta. It's been like what, 3 or 4 years since Fi's come out. And like he won Worlds and then he fell off the face of the earth like immediately after. Part of that too is like he was very clearly designed with Art of War being legal in mind, which is like, you know, the precursor to Art of the Phoenix War. And it'll also existed. So when those cards went away because, you know, they were busted and banned, he lost a lot of his power.
Well, so I guess it goes to the question like cash in for Olympia. Do you think it'll be cash in, you know, like Art of the Phoenix War, like, you know how it's Art of War, it'd be like cash in for Olympia or something stupid like that?
Yeah,
or
I could see something like that totally exist.
Berserk for Rhinor specifically?
We'll see.
I have to assume that they also did this because there's probably some Phoenix Flame hero down in the pipeline and they need to push Phi out of there. Because if you know, it was leaked that Dromai was coming out in 2027, it's a non-zero chance that they're going to bring another Phi or something back up.
You know, Ning, that's actually a really good point, man. Yeah. Okay, I like it. So maybe not really designed to get them out by designing power cards, but just to kind of bring them up to date, up to the meta standards, and maybe potentially for future heroes. Okay, I like that answer. All right. Shall we cover the budget deck?
Yeah, I can talk about it.
All right.
It's nothing too special. It is bare bones. I did the best I could with $100.
Just get Shelter out of there, get Tunic out of there.
Well, so
that's pretty much it.
I was telling them fun little story that I was going to try to cut costs going up to Memphis by sleeping in my car like I used to do in college, and they were like, "Why? If you're financially in trouble?" I was like, "No, it's just because I'm a cheap bastard, right?" So budget 5 seems really good to me. Now they're convincing me not to sleep in my car, people, but.
Telling you, hey, maybe you can afford a Tunic.
Yeah, I know a guy that has like a hotel room. He'll literally just let you sleep with him for free if you drive him there.
Okay, well, now we're talking. Now we're talking some stuff, right? I'll do that. I'll fucking chauffeur people around. I won't sleep with him. I mean, my body's pure, and I'm married. You know.
Oh, bro, you don't know somebody until you cuddle with them, bro.
That's actually true. Big spin or little spin? Andrew, what are you?
I can be whatever you want me to be, man.
Yeah, I'm right on that middle spoon, you know? I'm right on the little and the big.
The Goldilocks spoon, I see.
It's just right.
Andrew, that was a perfect answer, by the way. I'm whatever spoon people want me to be. Great. All right, let's talk about budget 5. So
if you look at...
under $60, I like that.
Yeah, the other list is $580.
Woo!
Yeah, one thing I will say is the main thing that's you'll notice is the main deck is almost identical. Like you still have like the aggro 60 for the most part.
Yeah.
You put out like some of the Majestics, like Rowdy Locals is not integral to the deck. Ancestral Empowerment wasn't like integral to the deck. And so like I made it so it's a lot more like was it commons and rares, there we go. And then equipment is where we really suffer. You'll know we're playing some Silver Age equipment over here.
You still got Mask. You still got Tearing Shuko.
No, that's Tearing Shuko, not Tiger Stripe.
Yeah, that's very, very different.
I will say the first thing you probably want to do if you're playing this deck is get your hands on Tiger Stripe Chico. It's I think like $25.
It's 35 right now.
Oh, 35, bro.
Yeah, it jumped, I guess. But hey, even with that, with this list, it's still sub 100, which is amazing.
Yeah, like you could like get away with playing it. Like, I consider this like the bare minimum before like I don't think it's even worth it to play at an armory level.
That's fair. I mean, for $60, you did a better job than they did making an armory deck. Now, I'm not saying, you know what I mean? Like, it seems like this is better than
actually was a pretty good job with the armory decks. Like, what was it? The Max one was pretty bad. But outside of that, they usually do a good job.
Yeah. I mean, the Rhinar, actually, I actually turned positive on toward the end because there's a lot of cards that is actually usable for a newer style of Rhinar. But anyways, like the Bear Destruction, right? That's actually, I just wish it wasn't +2 through the next.
You do love that card. That is true.
It works.
Same card, man.
Yeah. All right. So I like this budget list. I know, of course, deck links down below, but the major switch is the equipment suite. So change it out and upgrade it when you can.
Yeah, then the sideboard's also a little bit different because Warmonger's Diplomacy is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just threw in more poppers for Prism.
And I see Fate Foreseen, Think Below. Makes sense.
I got Bouldering Skills too, which is just a cool little 2-block chess piece.
Okay.
I know it has more text on it, but it blocks too. That's what matters.
Yeah. And then Amulet Echoes, I'm assuming for Cilio Hate?
Yeah, there was one slot left in the list when I was putting it together. And so I'm like, screw it. I don't think that usually you should play Amulet of Echoes if you're trying to beat a Cilio with Fi. I think like it's better to play more aggressive cards like Weakest Link, Breaking Point, Art of the Dragon Scale, stuff that lets you punish a Cilio for like not blocking, because when you let a Cilio 5-card hand to you every turn, you lose.
Yeah,
almost
fair.
Without fail.
Okay, so that's maybe the next thing, because Weakest Link's pretty cheap now too. It's like sub $10 now.
Yeah, like like I didn't make my list to like beat up on specifically a Cilio, but like, there are some very nice tech cards you include in. Like,
you know what though, for being $60 and just something for you to gather up if you're a new Flesh and Blood player and try to grow with, I can see this working out for like. I wish I had this when I first started, just nice and easy.
Yeah, something though too is like the equipment for the most part is in a Silver Age deck for Fi. And so it's very easy to just buy the Silver Age deck, buy Mask of the Pouncing Lynx, buy other Majestics in this list, and like just go.
Well, then I guess let's bring our thoughts onto what do we think about Fi and Sage. Now I see the CC, I see the budget Fi CC. How does Fi do in Sage? Let's say if I wanted to be a purist and only play the Draconic Ninja Fi. You had a thought.
Pretty far in the world premiere when nobody really played Sage yet. But
it was like funny. Foreign Christian login top 32.
Like with the pre-con deck.
With the pre-con. Yeah, it was really funny.
Kidding.
Video. Yeah, he was like, if I ever got deck checked, I was just gonna hand them the like little card of the deck list they give you in it. And I'm like, whoa, that would have been so dope.
Fucking G, man.
Loved to have done that.
Dude, that's great. Yeah, no kidding. So he played the pre-con deck and made top 32 at Worlds?
At a calling.
Or
at the world premiere
calling.
World premiere. Okay. But that's still really good. I mean, I guess LSS wasn't full of shit.
I will.
It's one deck. Hold on.
Yeah, one thing I will say too is that Fi is one of the problem matchups for like one of Kano's worst matchups. What's it called? The crab Mask of the Swarming Claw. There we go. Is an insanely. Yeah, Mask of the Swarming Claw. Pull up the card now.
Yeah. I gotta go to my February tab. I got this all messed up.
It's the one that the guy's like looking at you like this.
Ning, it's like a spinning image. All right, I just typed in crabs. Let's see if something comes up. Nope, nothing came up.
No.
So, it's Claw. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, I typed it in there. Here it is, Mask of the Swarming Claw.
Yeah, see, it looks just like
that's what I said.
Ning.
I mean,
that's like a spinning image, dude. You should cosplay as this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I could cosplay as that too, but it looks like Benji.
Yeah, what's cool about this is it has like the spell void for the number of chain links you control, and so what that is, you just force Kano to go off at the start of your like turn when you still have all the cards in hand. Because otherwise, you have spell void like 4 when you're presenting lethal, and they can't get away with that. It also means they have to let you get one spell void if they try to like go for an absorb an Aether line, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you play the card, and then I guess they do an instant in reaction to you playing your chain starter. Does that mean there's no chain yet because the card officially hasn't hit the board?
Yeah, if you say I want to play Brand of Cinderclaw, they go in response, and you still don't have spell.
So then it's still a spell void 0, basically. Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah, just get good and kill him faster, right? All right. So overall thoughts on Fi is he's pretty decent. He's against a
good deck to play.
Yeah.
Just in general. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty much everything I got here. Do you have anything else, Andrew?
Oh my man.
How about you?
No, I mean he's one of the decks that I built up for my buddy who doesn't play much Fab, so that anytime he wants to play, I just give him that, and then he does well enough that he beats me sometimes. I'm like, oh, alrighty. So yeah, I think it's definitely beginner. Well, Draconic Ninja in general is generally beginner friendly, but also just does well without too much thinking involved.
And Andrew, I know you have a gold foil card that you're saving. Do you want to open it now, or do you want to open it on your own time? Like, what do you want to do? Like, how do you want to do it? I'm excited for you. Like, when are you opening that bad boy? Are you selling it? You opening it? What's going on?
You'll open it.
Oh shit! Okay, okay.
New setups. I can
my god! Oh my goodness!
This is the closest I'll ever get to.
Oh, nonsense thing! I'm excited. All right, guys.
Is this?
Whoa.
I have to flip it again.
Okay, okay. Oh, you know what? Is there a way I could bring him up even more? Let me see if I could. I wonder if this.
You can't just drag him.
I guess I could. I don't know how that's going to work. All right, guys. I'm going to take a risk and mess this up just for the sake of. I better not. I'm not technology savvy, man. I don't want to mess things up. Okay, okay. All right, guys. It's exciting. So I don't know. What are you hoping for, Andrew?
Something that'll actually sell.
If it's the first unicycle that shows up, it will sell.
Yeah, first unicycle?
Cool.
Yeah, no unicycle has been cracked yet.
Oh, nice.
That sounded good, man. Ning, I see you licking your lips over there, buddy.
What is that?
Oh my goodness, this is exciting.
That's really yeah.
It's a kunai redemption. Perfect
for
playing.
Topic.
On topic. That's great.
Yeah. See, that's Fi weapon.
Best Fi weapon.
We should have added the kunais in the sideboard. All right, right on. That's very cool, man.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. I mean, let's just bask in the kunai for a second. That's nice. You know what I mean? Damn, dude. What a good showing, though. You're one of the first 2 winners of the current ProQuest invite, right? So you and I guess, are we as good as the card guys now? Since only one of theirs. No, they had 2 of theirs and one of us.
I think they do.
Yeah.
Nathan and Cook.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's awesome. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for the show. So until next time, remember, every turn is a decision. Every decision is a story. And don't forget your damn Tunic Counter. And definitely don't get Tearing Shuko mixed up for the other claw.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
Tearing Shuko is not Tiger Stripe Shuko. I guess they're both Shukos.
Not. They are both Shuko.
Okay. So I was such a Shuko. All right, guys. Well, until next time. Peace.
See ya.